Hello, I'm Sam, and today's tea is Wilson is the best president.
Wilson was a renowned progressive reformer.
In fact, he passed the 19th Amendment, which granted suffrage to women.
He also passed child labor laws that significantly decreased that issue in our nation.
This is Europe. This is where World War I was. Wilson's original policy was one of neutrality. He didn't want to get involved. However, after the Zimmermann telegram, after the Lusitania was sunk by German U-boats, he decided to get involved to protect democracy. Go.
Hey, did you know that Wilson passed the National Defense Act of 1916 that expanded the scope of the military?
At the end of the war, Wilson led negotiation talks with Germany. He also soon delivered his famous 14-point speech in which he outlined a plan for U.S. foreign policy in the years to come and the idea for the League of Nations. He later traveled to Germany to help draft the Treaty of Versailles and work closely with European leaders to form a plan for the League of Nations.
However, Congress was full of Republicans and they shot down his treaty and did not allow him to pass it. What a bunch of losers.
Hello. Wilson revolutionized contemporary American economics by passing legislation, and he tried to get large corporations to have less power. The legislation passed was
The Federal Trade Commission Act,
The Federal Reserve Act,
the Clayton Antitrust Act,
the Underwood-Simmons Act. Speaking of economics, did you know Teddy Roosevelt is known as the Trust Buster? However, his legislation, the Sherman Antitrust Act, really didn't do a whole lot. Wilson had to go in and fix it.
Well, that would mean Roosevelt's pretty unreliable, don't you think?
Teddy Roosevelt was a reckless individual. He helped instigate the Spanish-American War, which lost nearly 400 American lives. Wilson, on the other hand, was very hesitant to enter World War I. Who do you want leading your country?
Speaking of his recklessness, did you know that Teddy Roosevelt organized a revolution in Colombia so he could build the Panama Canal? I mean, what's up with that?
Ultimately, Wilson was the best president. He saw economic, legislative, and military success throughout his presidency.
In addition to winning the war, Wilson was hailed as being a historic progressive reformer, whose legislative policies were matched only by FDR's New Deal years later.
Look out! And that's
The
Team